Good morning, Breakfast Clubbers. I'm here in Bradford this morning and I'm taking a look at this place just behind me. It's the Northern Kitchen. I've read good things online and I've had a personal recommendation too. So we're going to check it out. Let's go. Yes, today I'm on the Euroway Trading Estate in Bradford, just off junction 1 of the M606, and we're checking out the full English breakfast on offer here at the well-established, trendy cafe, the Northern Kitchen. I'm here just after opening time, but the place is already starting to fill up with people ready to get their breakfast fix. Aside from the veggie option, there's the regular Northern Kitchen fry-up priced at £9.50, or the larger Mighty fry-up priced at £12.50. No prizes for guessing, I've opted for the Mighty fry-up, which includes 2 bacon, 2 sausage, 2 eggs, poached or fried, I've chosen poached, hash brown, mushrooms, tomato, beans, toast, and homemade black pudding. Drinks are extra, and as usual, I've opted for a cup of tea, priced at £3. With the cafe starting to fill, the atmosphere warming, and my belly beginning to rumble, my breakfast arrives, so it's time to tuck in.
There we go, love.
Brilliant.
Enjoy. Do you like any sauces?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
No.
It's great, cheers. For starters, the food on the plate has all the hallmarks and some top quality ingredients. The layout is good, with our toast propped up between those miniature plant pots, holding the beans and tomatoes. The eggs are looking pristine and professionally cooked. The bacon and the black pudding are looking a little distressed, but we'll cover that off as we go. Score, 7 out of 10. Let's move over to the first of our items, and we've got a single slice of medium white toast. The browning on one side suggests this has been done on the grill plate, rather than under the grill or in a toaster, and the soft texture backs that up too. It's been buttered well, but with a touch more crispiness, it could have scored higher. Score, 6 out of 10. Next up, we take a look at the mushrooms. A single large flat cap mushroom, cutting in reveals a nice firm texture with very little wateriness. It just needed a little pepper to lift the flavour, nothing special or exceptional, but still a decent satisfying shroom. Score, 6 out of 10. On to one of the stars of the plate now, the eggs. Now these are some good looking poached eggs. On the outside the whites are glistening and nicely set with a touch of seasoning too. Cutting in reveals a little undercooked white and a perfectly hot and runny deep yellow yolk. Perfect for soaking up with our toast, hash brown and black pudding. Score, 9 out of 10. Let's move over to the hash brown then. A single thick hash brown, nothing out of the ordinary here. It's pretty much standard, good crisp on the outside and a decent piping hot potato filling. However, it's merely functional for helping soak up that gorgeous runny yolk. Score, 6 out of 10. Now for the homemade black pudding. First impressions of the black pudding here are that we seem to be missing about 30% of it. It is apparently homemade, so that may account for the shape, but I still can't shake that feeling of being a little bit shortchanged on the portion size. However, that doesn't take anything away from the expected great savoury flavour. It's full of big chunks of pork fat. It's so moist and soft that it's a task just to keep it in one piece on the fork. Score, 8 out of 10. Over to the first of our potted items now, the tomatoes. We've got just a single large juicy plum tomato in this mini plant pot. There's plenty of juice to go with it, and the single tom is all good in taste and temp. However, it's another item where I'm feeling a little shortchanged. For this to score any higher, I'd at least be expecting 1 or 2 more in there. Score, 6 out of 10. Now then, it's time to release those beans. Just like I already stated with the tomatoes and black pudding, the portion size of the beans again feels a little stingy. Away from that though, and aside from the good flavour, the sauce is a bit too runny and the temp is tepid at best. Now I'd happily eat baked beans cold and straight out of the tin, but I just don't want them on my fry-up. Score, 3 out of 10. Back over to the meats now with the bacon. I've got 2 somewhat well done rashers of bacon here. The fatty edges are extremely crispy and along with the caps have that crunchy texture. The flavour is good, they're a little overdone for my personal liking, but overall very enjoyable. Score, 8 out of 10. And finally for the cooked items, it's the sausages. We've got 2 thick pork sausages on the plate with great colouring. Cutting in, the skin is a little tough, but the meaty inside, moist, and with an excellent full-on pork flavour. With the skin as tough as it is though, they do take some effort to chew through. Score, 7 out of 10. Let's wrap this up now with the value for money. And when it comes to evaluating the value for money here, again I find myself comparing to similar places where items have been of equal quality. One of our most recent breakfasts does spring to mind, which also has a comparative price point. However, one does stand out above the other, but only in the terms of overall cook and portion sizes. I gave that breakfast a rating of 9 overall, so bearing in mind then that a few items here do fall a bit short, I'm scoring this one a little down on today's showing. Score 7 out of 10. And let's go over the missing items now, and no fried bread today, so that's just a single penalty point deduction from the overall tally. So after chucking all those scores into our number cruncher, the Northern Kitchen comes out with a total of 72 points out of a maximum of 110. And converting that into percentage, today's final Breakfast Club score is 65.5%, placing them in the top half of our average rating bracket. And looking at Leaderboard, unfortunately that score isn't good enough to gain themselves a spot in our overall top 10. And that wraps up today's visit to the Northern Kitchen. I'd had my eye on this place for quite a while before doing this review, and it came with some good recommendations, so I was anticipating it might be up there with some of the best. Unfortunately, it fell a little flat. That said, it was a breakfast with plenty of positives, from those excellent poached eggs to the flavour of the sausages and the black pudding, but also a few areas where things just fell short, especially on portion sizes and consistency across the plate. Still, it's a stylish cafe with a warm atmosphere, friendly service and clear potential. With a few tweaks here and there, this could easily find itself on the leaderboard someday. So if you've enjoyed this video and you like what we're doing, the best way to support us is to like, share and subscribe. It's free to do and really helps the channel grow. And as always, may your bacon be sizzling, your fried bread golden and your yolks runny. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out one of our other reviews showing on screen right now. So that was my breakfast here this morning at the Northern Kitchen. What do you think of that one? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.